Okay, we're here. We made it to the wedding. We are a Vanderpump Rules wedding podcast for the next, 3 episodes?
At least a couple. Yeah, it's really happening.
Hello, everyone. This is But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio podcast. We're talking about Vintage Vanderpump Rules, obviously, Season 5, Episode 20, Taco Tuesday, and Wedding Wednesday. And you will know what those two things have to do with each other by the time we get to this episode. I'm Sunday, pop culture professor. I was about to just launch into it.
I know. It's tough not to. We're really ready to talk about it.
A pop culture professor, expert on all things endless, nonstop wedding forever for two people who should never get married. Heavy on the self-proclaimed, just so you know.
I am Jeff, former Bravo reality noob, here, ready to watch these fools get married, and let's see how it goes.
Okay, so to remind, this is where we left it. The brothers are coming to the wedding, maybe, because they may have missed their flight. Shay is in the, quote, studio all the time. Wedding weekend is underway. Everybody is landed at the 100 mile acre, whatever.
20-mile house. But yeah,
20-mile house. There it is. And Sandoval missed his flight because he needed a tuxedo. Okay, so that's where we left.
Let's not forget, Sunday, someone's ordaining the wedding also.
Oh, that's right. She is ordaining the wedding, and ordaining a wedding means that she's responsible for this couple. And I will say this right now. I really like 3-drink Lisa, four wine Lisa. She is so fun. Even her posture at some point, she's leaned back and has her legs up in the chair. I love it.
She's just about to light a cigarette. A couple times in the next couple episodes, she's just about to.
Yeah, and it seems like maybe she did off camera a little bit too. So we pick up at the rehearsal dinner planning with your girl, Trisha, who you love.
She's sticking it out.
Yeah. And she's all business. She's like, okay, get. She's telling them what to do. There's going to be a taco bar and I guess a margarita truck or whatever. And LVP is trying to figure out what her part is. She's having some nerves. Katie's gonna marry her Bubba. Oh, but no, she also took an edible because she's got to be chill for this day. And, she seems super zen about it. For a woman who planned a wedding in T-4 weeks, she's real chill about it.
The couple as a whole seems pretty calm. For these two, there's not too much nervous energy. We get to meet Kim, Schwartz' mom, which we think is I think this is the first time we were trying to figure out if we met her at the engagement party or not. But I think this is it. She's welcomed in the best possible way to this group. Shot a fireball, ready to go.
Which she doesn't want to do because she's not a drinker, but it's for Grandpa Woody and your dad. Yeah, it's for Grandpa Woody and your dad. Because nothing says loving, supportive family like not coming to your son's wedding. Just saying.
Yeah.
So we cut to Jax. And remember we left off that the brothers had missed their flight and Jax is losing his shit. I can't think of anything more worse. More worse? Is more worse, right? Jeff, is it more worse? I was screaming at the TV. It's worst. It's worst, you dummy.
Yeah, but he recovers. It sucks. Whatever it was, he threw his one word. He's like, oh, well, it fucking sucks. It's all right. That does also work. I mean, you are right with that.
Yeah. This man could not think of the word worst.
Yeah. I think also he's freaking out so much about the brothers. I think he's just constantly one step away from being do you want me to go get them? I'll get out of here. I'll get out of here and go get them. I'll go get them I'll make 3 different trips to Los Angeles tonight if you want me to. I just don't want to be here with Brittany right now at all.
And so I thought you were going a different way with that because I was about to say.
There are 2 different ways there.
Well, what I have noticed that I did not notice with Sheena's wedding is how everybody has just softened into this like really gooey center about how sentimental they are about these two getting married and what can I do for them and how can I make this day great and like what is my contribution to this beautiful thing. That is not what happened at Sheena's wedding, and the difference is stark in how these folks are moving through Katie and Schwartz's wedding and then Sheena and Shay's. Right? I mean, everybody's attitude is so sweet. Everybody's tearing up and they're giving toast and they're hugging. And even LVP gets kind of gooey with Stassi in a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wasn't the vibe at old Sheena's. And she's the only other married lady. So she's all we have to go on, too.
I mean, the way Jax is going on about the brothers, it does remind me, like, when we left off last time, we were trying to figure out, like, is it some kind of Three Stooges meets Animaniacs, collection of people that these brothers are. And I'm like, is that what's actually going to show up?
I think Animaniacs is a new addition. I do not believe that we covered Animaniacs on our last pod, but that is a solid reference because, yes, I'll talk about their untucked shirts later. But Brittany, having caught all of this abuse from Jax, like he's just like all of his frustration and his worry is landing on Brittany. Like, God, shut up. Well, her only job is I'm gonna get everyone to party. It's just I want everybody to have fun. That's my only job.
That's our Kentucky girl right there. Just here for the party. Because some people for the wedding, relax. You're here to party. It's a reminder. I like it.
You know who is not here to party? Shay.
Wine and cheese are.
That's right. Well,
super weird, and he is very uninterested in everything right here.
Yes, and he's just a giant grump, and I think I used this term last week, which seems like an understatement here, because she's kind of like, okay, like, here we are, and she's so super suspicious. In her confessional, though, we don't see her confront him in real time. I think we're going to save that for episode 21 based on the scenes from next, but she's like, so is he really just tired? Is really like something else going on?
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of foreshadowing there that she kind of plants that seed there. And yes, girl, something else is going on. This man weighs $120 soaking wet. He's mad that he has to be away from the quote studio. He is aggravated in every way. Next thing you know, we might as well just be doing the shakes. Like, yes, boo, something else is going on.
And that's why it's time for tubing. Let's go. It's super fun. We love the juxtaposition from like, hey, do you want to get real serious about this? Nah, fuck it. What about these guys drinking beer down the river? Let's go. And I love this. I want to go do this right now. If we could go do this today, I am very much into this.
I agree because, I like to be outdoors, but I don't want to be exerting myself outdoors. And I don't want to be like, I'm watching Married at First Sight and there's this one dude who's like, yeah, man, I got to rip it on the pickleball court. I got to just full send. I'm playing pickleball 20 hours a week and I'm just vibing. No, I want to lay on a tube and drink beer and float down a lazy river. That's what I want.
Are you here today to announce that you make better decisions than people on Married at First Sight? Is that what we're hearing?
I mean, that this episode, I mean, this cast is
that's literally another podcast. So hold on.
I make better decisions. You know what, though? I do not care for a leech. And I mean, some of you people out there don't know that I did grow up in the county. I spent my formative years in the country. And there was a little creek by our house, and I'll never forget. This is, y'all gird your loins on this story. My friend Shannon and I we were in the creek, but we weren't tubing. We were in the creek, just doing whatever redneck children do. And I remember her saying, "Oh no, Sunday, I got a leech." And she had a leech between her big toe and her second toe, and we had to pull it out because that's the thing. So that's not what I want for my outdoorsy time. Okay, I want to do no bugs, no dirt, no leeches.
No, I was going to say, you're just in the Stassi school. No bugs, dirt, or disease, and you'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we can sort of all agree that leeches are a no-go.
But everybody's excited right now. I mean, Fever, it's going great. Everybody's having a ball.
So Sandoval gets there. This man has 2 cases of Coors Light in tow. And all I saw when I saw him walking like down the bank is he had to do all of this like on his own, well, obviously with the help of production, but like he had to get to the airport on his own because he missed so many flights. He had to like get a car to the 100-acre mile. He had to change into his swimsuit, pack up his stuff, find his way on his own to turn up hours late to this event. And I was just like, you know what? That's a real one right there. Sandoval,
It is.
you're a real one. Yeah.
And that's why Schwartz wants to make out with him right there.
Schwartz always wants to make out with Sandoval.
I know.
No matter what the scenario is. But, you know, he had to rent a SUV to get there. Did you make note of why that he has to rent an SUV to get there?
Lots of beer. Lots
50 12-packs of Coors Light and 10 cases of Blue Moon. So, you know. And
only one I can think of that outdid this. I did have a friend whose dad retired and he got, when he turned 65, and he got 65 30 racks of PBR delivered to his house by his buddies. 65. It was quite a sight.
Well, Carla went to a party earlier in the year. It was an adult slip inside. It was a yay, her friend beat cancer. And they had 99 cases of PBR.
Word.
Which I believe that they went through. Don't ask me what she looked like when she wobbled in the door that night, but it was a big one. But, you know, Schwartz is having a really good time. This is a lot of activity for the day before and the day of your wedding. That's not what I want to be doing, but like kudos to them. The brothers are going to get there though, Jeff. Like, don't worry.
Yeah. But you don't
Animaniacs.
You don't like when they go out of town for the weekend anyway, and they do lots of activities. That doesn't have anything to do with the wedding.
But like add on the layer of activity that just the sheer wedding.
I know.
Also, where's Katie? She's not tubing and stuff.
She was tubing. Yeah.
Was she? Okay. I thought that I just didn't see her because I wrote down where's Katie.
She even gave the camera one of these.
Okay.
That was Jeff putting his tongue out sideways and winking at the camera because that's what Katie does. She did that.
Because I missed it. So
we got Ken and Lisa coming to give their approval. They love it.
Yeah. Well, Lisa does change her language. She is officiating the wedding now, not ordaining the wedding.
As we said ordaining earlier.
Yes, because she said it. She said all the entire last episode, I'm ordaining. Oh, it's a big responsibility to ordain a wedding. Like, no, it's not what it means. But so she's practicing and she's also like directing, hey, could you do this? Could you do this? And a train goes by. Now, this is my nightmare. Like, you know, I've only toured a handful of houses in my life. And, you know, when you go to look at a house that you're potentially about to live in, you're only there for a prescribed amount of time. So the nightmare is that you get there in the good window, but there's so much like airport noise or train noise. There is a train going by that's so loud that when Lisa's like practicing her lines, she's having to shout over, hello, welcome everyone, dearly beloved. Like, nightmare.
Yeah, but Tom and Katie have a different take on it. They're like this, like Ken and Lisa hate it. Like, oh, hope that's not going on. Tom and Katie are like, oh, that's cute. Isn't the train like, that's a quaint little thing to be out here. So kind of funny. They have different opinions on that.
Very different.
Also, like Ken noticed, he was like, yeah, you get out here, like they're already kind of up the creek. Like, I don't know if he's still ragging on this wedding happening because we've said before, he's the biggest, like, he's like still throwing little stones at this point. Yeah.
And also, like, much is made about how, like, bougie Lisa is about it, but I really think Ken might be the bougie one. I think he's the one that's like, oh my God, with the bugs and the heat, I gotta get out here, I gotta walk to the ceremony. Like, ugh, like, no, absolutely not. I think Ken might be the one who's a little more stuck up than
Look,
Lisa.
Ken wants to be in comfortable clothes carrying his dog that is wearing matching comfortable clothes. Preferably, he's got some slippers on and stuff is being delivered to him and his hair treatment is in and everything's going well. That's not at the 20-mile house out here.
Jeff, Jiggy's looking a little worse for wear. Isn't he? Like,
Jiggy's making it. Don't worry.
He's
getting,
I don't know. The alopecia is getting Jiggy.
He's not a country dog either. He's out of his element right now.
Country dog.
His feet might even touch the ground out here.
I really like how they are like checking in with some of the ladies about like the wedding stuff. And, you know, Saucy's like, oh my God, I feel like a fairy in a forest. Meanwhile, our Kentucky muffin is in a castle in Kentucky talking about she knows what music, what dress, what cake. Like, she has got her wedding planned out since she was 3. Good
Yeah,
luck
I
to
know
you,
this
Jax.
castle also. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
excited. Yeah. It's
Like,
right outside of Lexington, the Kentucky Castle, and I know the spot.
is it the Versailles?
Yeah, that's where it's in
Yeah.
Versailles, Kentucky. Yeah.
Yes, not to be confused with Versailles, but it is
No, no, no.
Versailles.
It's Versailles, y'all.
We do see Katie's dad and brother, and Katie's brother is Katie in a goatee. They
Yeah.
look identical. What do you make of Katie's dad?
I thought they had some real sweet moments together. It actually kind of reminded me of Brooke and her dad, like especially as the episode went on, and it was really sweet. It was really sweet.
So,
I even told her not to watch this episode. Yeah.
yeah, yes, fair enough. Brooke's dad passed away, but you went sweeter and sentimental than I was going to go, because I was like, oof, that is a hard, like, 50, a hard 55 this man is. Like, he looks like he has been really, like, put away wet. He's seen some things. He is a craggly, haggard man.
Okay, this man is stopping by for his daughter's wedding. He did not ask to be dressed down in this fashion by any
Listen,
means. That is
he is
Porsche.
not aging gracefully. This man has seen some things. And then Schwartz is walking around in his, like, formal slippers, and I hate him so much. I want to punch him in his dumb fucking face.
I
But
think it's great people know him as that. Like, they see him and it's like, oh, you're going to be rocking some slippers at your own wedding, aren't you?
also, I find it very cute that Jax just has crushes on everybody's mom. Jax
Yeah.
really likes an older lady. He's like, yeah, I want to be Schwartz's daddy. I want him to call me stepdaddy. And I was like, God, you are the grossest thing I've ever seen. I mean,
Yeah.
you're handsome as hell, but you're gross as fuck. Okay.
I was going to say, he's also hitting on the youngest active cast members we have also. So let's not say it's adorable for the older ladies without remembering what it is with the younger
Right.
ladies as well. Because he's square in the middle age-wise. So it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter
Well, he's probably
either way.
closer to age in Schwartz's mom than he was to fucking Lala. Like, Jesus. But, there's not a lot of discernment in Jax's situation. But also, this is what I was saying earlier about how, like, everybody is just so nostalgic and sentimental in their feelings. But you know who's not? The fucking Bravo editors. Because Stassi's like, oh, you know what? It's so good for me to be here. I just feel so good about being Katie's friend, all this stuff. Meanwhile, these scenes that they flash back to are some of the most fucked up friend moments that they have had.
Yeah.
And they are not relenting. They're like, oh, you want to talk about friendship and loving? Here, look at all this really shitty stuff that you've done over the years. And I'm like, yes, Bravo, stay on their necks. I love it.
Yeah, I was like, way to have your own memories of the past few years also that aren't great.
Very selective memories.
Yeah.
Also, I need to know what Schwartz's relationship or what his kickback is with Rose Gold. Why is this man so fucking committed to Rose Gold? He gives his mom this beautiful ring. That is Rose Gold. Who told him that Rose Gold was, like, the end of all things?
He said when he showed Lisa that ring, he felt like he finally did something right. And so he found a play that scored once, and he's going to keep running that play until he's told to stop and go in a different direction. Like, if this thing goes great, I know, thanks. But if this thing goes great, Katie's going to have to be at their 20th anniversary. Like, all right, just so you know, I'm over the Rose Gold. I know you did that before we got engaged, but, like, let me tell you, all the women in your life have enough Rose Gold. Move on to something else.
Yeah. I mean, nothing says romantic like giving your mother the same ring that you give your fiance. Nothing reads completely normal.
No, I've never heard that move before. Speaking of moms, though, we have Dana coming in. No, why?
Yeah. I was just about to say, did we make that up?
No. I had to look it up. It's with a Y. So they did throw me, though. Coming in just... And you know what you want to be asked by your mom at your buddy's wedding when she knows you're fully single, right? Like, hey, let's talk about your dating life here at my buddy's wedding.
Right.
Like, all right.
But so is Stassi doing a bit here where she's like, yeah, oh, there's been a few dates and, I may have cried when he gave me an orgasm. Is she doing a bit or is she talking about Bo?
No, I don't know. I don't know if it's Bo, but I think she's being real and talking about something that happened.
Well, we know that we meet Bo in season 6. That is when, like, Bo comes on the scene. So are we to understand that Stassi cried during sex in her first moments with Bo, and this man's...
Hey, whether it's Bo or not, whoever it is, she did cry in the first. We've been taught now, just a couple weeks ago, it came up about like Stassi having some kind of uncomfortability with actual, sexual emotions and being
intimacy.
uncomfortable with people. And so this actually doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's obviously not a good or a bad thing. It's just something that happened. But whoever she was with, it was the first time she was with them. And yes, she cried multiple times during multiple orgasms.
Let's just check in here.
Mm-hmm.
You're with a person, early days,
oh boy,
right? Early days,
very early days,
and a woman cries during sex.
Yeah.
What? How are you handling that? How are we reacting to a woman crying during sex?
We're gonna try and be very comforting and just allow her to tell us certain things, and we're just gonna remember that.
So we're not leaving a Sunday-shaped hole in the door.
No. We're gonna be tender, and we're gonna listen to what's going on. And if nothing's going on, if everything's fine, and if we're told to keep doing certain things, then we'll keep doing certain things.
Jeff,
no, there's no cause to leave.
I don't know how I feel about when you say the word tender in that context. That makes me feel uncomfortable.
So leaving being your first reaction is not an uncomfortable thing.
Listen,
regarding someone's feelings as tender, that's a weird thing for you.
Yes, I'm not saying I don't have some things to unpack. Okay, I got some things to unpack, but the brothers do get there.
I was going to say, speaking of things to unpack, a nice segue into Bert, Billy, and Brandon.
Okay, thank God that you wrote their names down because I forgot. And then by the end, all I saw was like Billy and Brandon. And I was like, what the fuck is the third one? Bert, Billy, and Brandon. These folks never had a chance. Brandon,
and Bert is
like Bert?
Bert is short for like Robert or something. So they went with the Bert instead of the Rob.
Bert is short for Robert? How? These kids never had a chance.
I think this is like where the name of the triplets sound like I thought they were going to look like Bert, Billy, and Brandon are here. Like, like
a band playing. But are they older? Are they older than Schwartz? Because they have a haggard look to them as well. Sharing a room with a cell phone.
They're younger. Yeah.
Oof.
Okay. Yeah.
Moving on.
So, okay. Sunday thinks people are aging horribly on Vanderpump Rules is a new corner we have to get to.
You agree.
We have to note, like, it's a very moving thing. Schwartz is very touched. He's crying, and the brothers start crying. Like, it's very sweet. Everyone's, in love with this. Jackson Sandoval have fucking crushed their present, and I mean, I have to say, way to go, Clown College. Like, way to go.
Yes.
Like,
did you catch too, though, that they tried to get everybody? They tried to get the dad and the sister too. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
It's like a little throwaway line. So that means the dad had an opportunity, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna put a hard pass on that."
Yeah.
That is very hurtful. Like, oof. But it is a very sweet idea, and he is so happy. And I want to say this before we go too hard about Katie and Schwartz on their like wedding emotions. I really like how he did not get so drunk that it was hard to watch. I like that he was just tipsy enough that he could kind of like loosen up and like kind of be nimble in the moment, but it wasn't like so obliterated that we were concerned about his experience. Like, that was the play to do it. I really like how they did that. That was the only good decision this man has ever made in his entire life. And I appreciated it. And Katie opted for the edibles, which was probably the play for her as well. I liked
Schwartz
it.
turns down a shot at one point. Sorry. I was like, I'm noting it also. Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciated that too. I thought that was like, oh, so whether or not Katie threatened his goddamn life, if you fucking show your ass at my wedding and you embarrass me, I swear to God, you will never hear the end of it. And he straightened up, or he had the wherewithal to do it. We'll never know. But then we see old Sheena and Shay, and Shay couldn't make it. Jed,
He's out.
what was he doing instead?
His skin feels rough, so he's got a fan on it.
Is he still sunburned from New Orleans?
I don't know. That's like, he didn't, I mean, he was like under some stuff, so it wasn't like,
well,
I don't know.
Let's play devil's advocate right now.
Okay,
You know,
I kind of had a where are we
the-
starting? Do we go into this or not kind of thing?
Well, this is pure conjecture, and I know the devil has enough advocates, right? But have you ever, and I know the answer to this question already, well, maybe not though, because you're a pretty tough cookie, but you ever had so much substance that you can't be upright in the world? That like,
Hey, Sheffy.
hello, Sheffy, scram out of here, please. Thank you. And shut the door. Have you ever had so much substance that you just can't exist? That like you either need to go lay in the bathroom floor on the cold tile,
and I've done it.
Go in a closet and shut the door. Like,
yeah, both ways, two up and two down. Yeah, I've definitely been there.
Yeah,
I can speak to that.
That's what this reads as, and
yeah,
Sheena already knows. I mean, she already knows the way that she is launching into immediate excuses for him. Like, oh, well, you know what? He's this and he's that. And like, oh, he just didn't feel good. That is pretty textbook behavior for a person who is in relationships with a person who's grappling with substance. Like, she already knows that this shit's going left. And this man, the scene of him with the pillow on his face, the pillow on his chest with the fan blowing directly on him. How hot is it in freaking, 1,000 Acre Wood? It's not that hot.
Not hot enough for anyone else to mention it at all this whole evening. Exactly. It never gets brought up.
I do want to say this. The South could never. Nobody is getting married outside in the woods in August in the South. Like, the South could never. I just wanted to throw that out there.
That's going to be a short one, and there's a lot of coverage and fans. Yeah. But my recovery though that I love from, or the shows from Shay, where you're just like, where's this going to go? Like, I really did think for a minute, like, is this going to be a whole thing on the wedding night? And then, yeah, like you said, like 2.5 Rose Lisa comes in, and she's great, and she loves to talk to Stassi, and like Stassi's looking very gorgeous, in this. I've got to say, like, Stassi looks so casual and together in this. I love it. And, you don't have to hear her and Kristen bicker about who's the real number one bridesmaid or whatever. and it's just a casual, lovely time.
And she says some really nice things to Stassi. She's like, I always knew you had it in you. The reason I was so hard on you because you're a star. And, all the things that were dragging you down, I was like really trying. Like, it's a really nice thing. And I think you said this. It is probably 2.5 glass rosé. Lisa would never, because you see how she's kind of like teasing Kristen a little bit. This was really nice. And I think that it was right on time because Stassi, I don't know, it released something in her that's kind of like weird, because remember in a few episodes ago how she was like about trying to say something nice about Lisa, but then she was like, oh no, did I say that? Was that me? I think this kind of like sets that free. That there's this animosity is kind of dissolved in this way. And who knew that these two ill-fated idiots getting married is going to make everybody softer and everybody sweeter? I mean, except for Shay, who is having some kind of episode.
He's on a that's a different podcast. He's on a different one.
Yeah. He's in a different area altogether. And so Lisa goes from this moment with Stassi, which I think Stassi received it fairly well, right? Like, didn't it seem like it was received in the way it was given? Yeah.
I think you're saying it really well. I think she probably was like teetering on a verge of like, where am I in this group even? Like, I'm so like, because Lisa has been so openly like, what's she doing here? Why is she involved? What is this? Like in the restaurant, out in the real world, at her own home, during Katie's party, she's told her not to come to her house. And so for them to have a very, very calm, not in Sir where everybody's buttoned up, just at somebody's wedding, at a rehearsal dinner on Taco Tuesday, having a chill, like, hey, I was tough on you because I love you. Like, okay, I needed that. I really appreciate that pat on the back from you right now. Like, I need an attaboy from you right now in a big way because she's a mentor to her. So anytime you hear from a mentor, like, hey, I see it in you and you've got it. Like, man, that's a good night. You're going to feel pretty good. So I love it.
And we obviously know that they made up in a real significant way because we see them on Vanderpump Villa. So it looks like we're watching the start of the journey back. And I was very enthused by that.
Yeah.
However, I want you to compare this exchange with her and Saucy to the very next scene in which Lisa Vanderpump is wobbling to a table in the grass talking to Sheena. Because it's different. The tenor
I
of the
actually
conversation.
started, the segment of my notes starts with, oh no, Lisa and Sheena, what's this for? That's the beginning of what that was my first
Oh
thought.
no.
Oh no, Lisa and Sheena? Yeah. It's so bad that it's so positive, and it has been this whole time. Like, it would have been, it's so hard for her to have said, but I mean, if she's just telling her the worst, Jay's upstairs because of this, he's gone, and she's so upset about it, it's worse than her being so upbeat and just like, we're all amazing, and I couldn't think we'd be here just a year ago, and I'm so happy to think about where we'll be a year from now, and we're going to make more changes in our life, and we're more united than ever. Lisa is us watching this. Like, are you sure about all this?
Exactly what I wrote.
She does not believe her at all.
Sheena uses the word giddy, which is a complete lie. We watched them pack, right? We watched them arrive. Like, we know that what you're saying is untrue. And this is where Lisa, I start to kind of notice, like, maybe she's a little bit boozy, a little bit. And she says, you know what? If that's the story, I'll believe her. And because what else are you going to do? Like, Sheena, and then, Ariana has said this about Sheena before, that Sheena really likes to put this facade out. Like, everything is perfect. Everything is wonderful. I don't want anybody to know what it is until everybody knows what it is. And then she wants to just sort of like eat up all of the sympathy and eat up all of the attention and stuff. So we're not to that latter half of the situation yet. We're still in the place where she's trying to sell us this life that they're doing. And we can see Shay, right? Like, we can see him with our eyes. We know we see what he's looking like.
Yeah,
so
that's what I mean. Like,
too.
Lisa is us. Like, being able to see that and go, while I've got you, let me ask you, are you fucking serious that you want me to believe that everything is all right? Because I know what y'all have been through, and I'm seeing him, serious? Yes.
Really quickly, I want to check in with you too. Before we take a break, as an animal lover, have you ever had a beef with piñatas?
I do not see piñatas getting stuffed and hit as animal abuse. Now, that's for me. Sure, I haven't ever heard that before, nor would I ever have thought that could have possibly been a thing anyone had ever thought. But no, I didn't see that. And Lisa, I'm sorry you can't enjoy a piñata. And if you think getting whacked to get Jack Daniels bottles out of it is bad, what Sandoval and Jax are about to do to this piñata is way worse. So
yeah, I mean, and it's the 99 bananas. That's what Schwartz is hoping to get. So let's take a quick break right here, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about Jax and his wedding glory. So I love Jax trying to incentivize Katie. By the way, we're back with, hey man, get on that piano. Lala just called. She says she's on her way. Poor Lala. We ain't even seen her damn face in episodes and episodes, and we're still invoking her. Like, leave Lala out of this, Jax.
No, we saw Lala like last week or two, but it was under so much stuff. We definitely didn't see her face. Yeah, she stopped through.
Yeah, it's in passing.
I was just hoping they would let Katie finish off the piñata. Like, Schwartz started stepping in, like, let me finish it off. Like, man, hey, let her do this, please.
Like, a wedding is for the bride. So LVP, she's probably 4 glasses of rosé in now, pulls Katie to the side.
And maybe an edible. Maybe somebody slipped her.
I love it. Keep this energy. But neither one of these jabronis have finished their vows. And like you so astutely said, I don't know if it was 2 episodes ago, y'all don't have to write them. Like, you don't have to. You can just recite these very, very like basic vows, and that's fine too. That's what we did. That's what y'all did. If this is too much pressure, just leave it, because we know how Schwartz is under pressure. He buckles.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody wants that. Ariana says that very clearly later on. Schwartz is real emotional here, and
He does. And when he joins, I thought it was very sweet because this is the absolute most emotion that we have seen between these two. And I guess, they had to wait to their wedding day, but he comes over because it was like, oh, I just had to check into where she was. I just wanted to kind of know where she was. And that feels like normal wedding energy to me. Like, oh my
yeah.
God, I'm marrying this woman. Let me see where she is. Let me just put my hands on her. Let me see her. And so LVP is like, listen, I need y'all to have a seat for a second. Just let's have a chat on the eve of your wedding here. And she starts really waxing philosophical. Well, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't go back to 35. That would mean that my life would be different. And she's just she's leaned back in her chair. She's got her feet up on it. And she's just the loosest I've ever seen her. And I have never been more attracted to her than I was in this scene.
Well, it almost convinced me, because I'm only a few years younger than LVP here, like right now in my life. And I do get that
7
sentiment
or 8 years younger
of, several. Okay. Of flipping back and forth between when you see folks much younger and you're like, man, to go back and do all that. But I flip flop sometimes as far as man, fuck that. I want to go live through all that again. Sure, when you look back, you want to go maybe I'd do something different here or there, but you're like, do the 30s over again? I don't know about that. Man. Maybe I don't need to go do that again. So I like
the 20s for me. So I tell Nolan all the time, there's this weird idea that the 20s are the best time of your life and that is the absolute best time. And they're the absolute hardest time. You are trying to figure out, how do I make it in the world? And then, add on, because I had a child very early and Nolan, Shep wasn't super early, but how do I show up in the world? What is my place? 20s are brutal. I'm going to tell you right now, for everybody listening who is under 30, just stay the course. The best decade of my life so far has been my 40s. I love it, right? Do I, love the aging process? Absolutely not. But do I feel 40s are the best? You're fighting for your life in your 20s. And then in your 30s, you're like, oh shit. So this is my life. How do I sort it out? Oh, this is my job. Oh, okay. How do I make a bigger, better life? It's hard, but it gets easier later. So I try to tell Nolan all the time, girl, 20s are not the best time of your life. That's the hardest. Do you agree?
I totally agree. And and then your 30s, you're you've got it more together, more, but you're the stakes they're real in your 30s. They were real in your 20s. You needed to make rent and get gas money and all that stuff. But if you had it that month, you're great. Having a month together in your 30s doesn't feel like shit. That feels so wobbly. That doesn't feel like, and then in your 40s, you're already thinking about your 60s too much, a little bit. Yes. You're like, this is real now, but you're okay more, okay, if it all falls apart, I'm not where I was when I was 23.
Yeah. So we wake up on the morning of, and this is sort of leads into what I was saying. So Jax is solidly 36 right here. Who does an activity on the day of your wedding? What did you do the morning of your wedding, Jeff? What the morning you woke up?
I watched some. I was by myself because we woke up. We did not sleep together. So I've been living with Brooke for a while, but the morning of my wedding, I woke up just me. So I watched ESPN College Game Day because I was not working and by myself. So I got to enjoy some college football. Went to a diner and ate a Kentucky country ham sandwich. That was my big activity on the day. And then went and got ready casually and started the long picture process. That was all the activities.
So did you go fishing? Did you go zip lining? Did you get out?
No. Sorry, that was all the activity. Oh, we went and picked up some weed, I think, because everybody wanted, so we had to seal up some of that. That was the big activity of the day, probably.
So, how I've been janking about Katie getting married on a Wednesday? I just looked up what day we got married, and we got married on a Monday.
Oh, I know. But not any Monday.
It was December 30th because Carla Woolley wanted to get married on New Year's Eve because, you get it.
That's exactly right.
Right. And so everybody was supposed to be off work anyway, but me coming so hot at Katie for getting married on a Wednesday and literally I got married on Monday is peak.
But you got
critical Sunday.
you got married on a Monday that almost no one has to work on that Tuesday.
Right. Yes,
I mean, our
exactly.
lovely,
But I just,
hospitality industry folks who were there aside. I
yes.
mean, it was kind of great. Everybody's like, I never would have thought about this date. But since nobody's working these days, what a wonderful time. Like, that worked out
And
great.
I
It was
will
lovely,
say,
everybody.
because Carla and I have so many people who have worked in the service industry and like a tip-based economy, the people who worked our wedding made out better than we did in terms of our wedding gifts. Like,
Oh, I'm
they
sure.
made money hand over fist, like, because
Yeah.
we did have we had an open bar and people were just like really having a good time. And so at the end of the night, because I was like kind of checking in with them, I was like, hey man, are you sure everybody did fine? Are you sure you did okay? That girl looked me dead in the face and she was like, yeah, we did all right. So I was like, cool.
Like, I just
Loved it
paid
so
my
much.
property tax for the year now. Thank you. I just did that.
Did.
This is where Ariana starts describing Tom like the way I would. Like, you don't want to see him like doing his hair grabbing, doing his bubby stuff. Like,
that's funny.
Oh man, like, I don't want this already. Like, I'm so happy Ariana's a groomsman here too. Cause like,
Me too.
she's going to help, like, sure, it's the clown college, but like, you just throw one somewhat responsible woman in there. It's so much better. It's so much better.
Jeff, I cannot tell you how hot I am for Ariana in that fucking suit.
I can't believe I haven't heard about this until now. The fact that you haven't been texting me about this is surprising.
I mean, and it reminds me of the episode of Gilmore Girls in which Rory was, I don't know, I think that her grandparents said like a renewal or whatever. And so she was her grandfather's man of honor or maid of honor or whatever. Best maid, whatever you call it. And she wore that suit and I was like, that is the sexiest thing I've ever seen. And I'm typically not attracted to Alexis Bledel, but like Ariana, girl, you can get it in that suit. Like, it was so good looking. But
best mate
with me.
Best mate?
Is that what I said? Yeah, she's her best mate. But Jax is with me where he's like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm never fishing on the day of my wedding. I'm not doing that. Now, he took it a step farther than I would. He's like,
I was going to say,
play Russian roulette. Like, suicide is better than getting married. Brittany.
Hey, possible
girl.
Suicide.
That's right. If you play long enough, Jeff. But like, Brittany, watch these scenes. Watch these episodes, girl. He is telling you who he is. But you're talking about Ariana's advice too. I also would like to say I really, really hate when people read from their phones in like formal occasions. Like, I never want to see somebody reading their phone.
Oh, no. Yeah.
That's gross, right? So Ariana's like, hey, write it down, blah, blah, blah. So you're right. Like, one logical, really fucking banging body in a suit giving advice was the way to go. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Where are we? What are we doing?
Well, I love what's coming up next. Yeah, I hope you didn't watch that episode when you were on your good couch, by the way. Like, I
just slid right off my chair.
Ken and Lisa being domestic. And like, so for the second time this episode, I'm wondering, how is this not a show? Like, the way Lisa is talking to Schwartz and Katie earlier, I'm like, some producers like, you're going to be the Oprah. Like, you're getting a daytime talk show gig. Like the way she's waxing so big, I'm like, she's warming up. Like, they're putting a tease out there. They're putting feelers out for like the Lisa show, And then in this one, when she's all domestic, I'm like, where was the Ken and Lisa being domestic show? This is great.
Jeff, the way this man sprints down the stairs.
Oh, it's so cute. It's cute.
Phone in hand to record her ironing in her beige bathrobe. I was like, this is fucking hilarious. Also, too, there is a very serious tan line situation on Ken's feet. It looks like he's wearing white socks. I don't believe he does. Indicates to me he probably plays a lot of golf. But this man, I have never seen Weekend at Bernie's be this animated. Okay.
I know.
He is taking 3 steps at a time to get down there, and he's just standing there recording. And she's like, quit it. Stop. I loved it so much. Hilarious.
And like Pandy's getting that text right away as soon as he's done. Like, he's ready to send that to the family chat. He's sending it off to Max. Like, how much of this did you get any of this on when she was on Real Housewives?
No.
Okay. No. I was wondering. This felt very special, so I didn't know.
Yes. No, Lisa is very pristine about her image and about how she presents. Like we have never, ever, ever seen Lisa. Like later on when she turns up to do the ordaining and her hair is up away from her face, that is quite literally the only time we have ever seen Lisa who did not have this very sort of archetypical hair down. We've never seen her in like pajamas or tennis shoes
Right.
or undone. We've never, ever seen that way. I mean, we have here and there, but she's always very, very put together. And seeing this woman trying to navigate a fucking iron, classic.
I loved it.
So then it's the next morning, obviously, and the bridesmaids cabin, there's so many people. It's so busy. There's a couple of folks I did not recognize. You reminded me. Did you catch the lady in the pink name, like the dark-skinned lady in the pink?
Her name, I don't remember, but we've seen her at the bridesmaid luncheons. Like anytime we do anytime you've heard
Who is she?
It's one of Katie's buddies. I mean,
so from like Utah,
I don't know. I mean, they're scattered throughout this episode, especially. We got people we don't know exactly that I'm just thinking friends of here.
I ain't never seen this lady, but
yeah, no, we've seen her. I think we've seen her.
Kristen, as the self-proclaimed maid of honor, is super helper. Can I get you a drink? Can I get you a foot rub? Can I, fill out your property tax information? What can I do? Hey, are you good? Okay, let me do it. Me. I'm the best. I'm the best. You love me, right? And this energy is sort of contagious through the whole crowd, though everybody is just falling all over themselves. Now, remember, 3 weeks ago when they were all in New Orleans and they were like, don't do it. Katie, don't do it. Schwartz, don't do it. Now everybody is falling all over themselves to make this the most special day ever. And I don't know how much has to do with the show or the camera or like the wedding of it all. Like, I don't know. So, the groomsmen cabin, though, on the other hand, is different. It's a different vibe over there.
It's a little more chaotic. The brothers themselves every Schwartz really is contributing to this greatly. I won't hold it to just the triplets because my boy Schwartz over here, I mean, we ain't even got the good socks. You ain't even got the good socks with your super bespoke tuxedo that you have. So
real shiny. That suit is shiny.
It is
a shiny suit. A shiny Jeff, a shiny suit. God, what do you make of a shiny suit? Jesus, I couldn't.
It was a little shiny for me, especially for the woods. Seemed glitzy for the woods is all.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
It was. But I also would like to say that Jax loves to take the opportunity to point out when anybody is more of a loser or less together than he is. So like asking the brothers if they promise they've taken a shower. Are you sure you're wearing clean socks? Low-key insulting a little bit, but I think if he can be a better put together human or a bigger adult than anybody, he's going to jump on that chance, right? I mean,
yeah, he's flipping out. He gets real task oriented with them, just dressing them down. And then then in my notes I wrote Jax and drill sergeant way too close together, and I was like, oh, Sunday's gonna just run with that. She's gonna. I thought you gotta have your own.
Off my chair.
There's some new fan fiction coming our way now. Schwartz is going no shower, though, so why not the triplets? He's just going, he rinsed off in the creek.
As I'll say, he bathed in the creek, so he's fine.
Yeah.
He's good to go. But what that smells like, we don't know. But, the chances of them fucking on their wedding night is real low anyway. So who cares? Who cares if he smells like creek? Katie's mom comes. She gives this beautiful gift. Listen to the messages of your heart. And I'm like, okay, I could just hear Celine Dion in the background.
Yeah.
Or maybe Taylor Dane. Listen to your heart. What is that? I can't. And I wrote, Jax is in charge, ? Okay, maybe he needs to be. But I think
I think he's just the loudest, really.
Yeah. Sandoval has backup shirts, socks, cufflinks, level 32 hairspray. This man will not be caught on his heels, okay? There is no situation that Sandoval is unprepared for, and I can hear Ariana's eye roll the whole time. She's like, this motherfucker. No wonder you missed your plane, you fucking idiot. He's just on it. And he kind of did the same thing with Shay on his wedding day, but Shay didn't
he was there.
lean in. Yeah. So now not only does not only does Sandoval get to do this for like Schwartz the groom, but also Bert, Buzzy, and Bixby, whatever the fuck they are. Like he gets to
That's
also
it.
kind of
You got
enact
it.
that. Yeah, he gets to enact his control over them too. And I just wonder, what are these triplets thinking? And they're like, damn, these people must really think we're fucked up. Like they got us real messed up. Like, what are these brothers? Are they insulted by it?
No, I think they're just there having a good time. I think they're just there to have a good time, support their brother, and whatever they get told to do, they'll do. And when it's time to leave, they'll shuffle on back to Yulee, Florida, and be good.
I feel like I'd be insulted if somebody was like, "You sure you showered?
Well,
You
that
sure?"
line was a little bit, yeah. But considering,
Yeah,
like I
like,
said, that their brother that got them there, no shower, so maybe that is worthwhile
well,
question.
too. And Jax did catch him wearing dirty socks, so maybe I'm overreacting here.
Uh,
Schwartz again hasn't written his vows. He's got to
nope.
finally like go to a room, but he gets distracted by a bee. It's literally 2 hours from the wedding. Lisa and Ken though won't be walking to the wedding site. They will be arriving in a limo. And Ken just holding her purse. Just Lisa's out, like she's like surveying, like she's like, okay, we should do this. Okay, like tell me more. Ken's just walking behind her holding her purse. And he loves it. I am not coming after him about it. He loves it. He wants her to shine. And I appreciate this dynamic. I love him so much. You hold that purse and you hold it better than any husband's ever held a purse ever before.
He absolutely loves it. Yeah, whatever she needs this day, she's the big, officiant here. And I love it because she gets to practice with something she wrote down ahead of time because she knew that she would be in front of people speaking on love and people's personal feelings. And so she went ahead and did that before 30 seconds beforehand. And it's
Because
sounding great.
she's a grown up. She's a
Yeah.
grown person in the world, unlike these two fucking idiots.
And to the point where Ken thinks control freak, maybe a little bit. I mean, I'm loving this. Every little bit of
Me
them
too.
together, like, oh, you control freak. I'm like, that's so real. That's so fucking
Yeah.
real. I love
Well, I
that.
mean, meanwhile, she's like, let's put some material right here. Is this what we're going to do? Is this how the chairs are going to be? Like,
I don't
she
think,
is like producing the whole thing. And Ken is like sort of chuckling at her, like, yeah, girl, get after it. I love it so much. That's the show that I want to see, right? Like,
I
more
do
of that.
too.
Schwartz calls himself a master procrastinator. I really hate that. I tell my students this all the time. I'm like, I have students say all the time, oh, I do my best work under pressure. I do my best work in the last minute. That is a lie that procrastinators say. Nobody's best work is at the last minute. Me and Carla
I
have this
agree.
conversation all the time. Like, what you do 30 minutes before the deadline is not going to be as good as something that you did a week ago and then edited and, like whatever. But we know that these people are worthless.
No, I mean, I always, have a dream of getting to myself in a cabin and being able to write and having time to myself. And Schwartz just ruined that completely in this. I'm like, look how cool. He got this beautiful cabin. He can write about the love of his life. Now he's just going to
Mm-mm.
walk around and prance around and
Um,
get a B.
yeah. So Katie's bouquet. So now
Okay.
when I'm watching this,
I had
okay.
a question here.
So I am taking notes down. So, admittedly, sometimes I miss a frame here and there. Did it have fresh flowers? Because they were talking about the bouquet she was going to carry and then the bouquet she was going to like toss.
Right.
Both looked
Yes.
janky as fuck though, right? Like they looked janky as fuck.
I think we
Right?
only saw one bouquet though, right?
Which one did we see? Please tell me we only saw the one she was going to toss away. Please tell me that what we saw was the one she was going to toss.
I don't believe so. I think that thing looked like it had some weight on it. I don't think that thing could have been tossed. It looked like,
Did it?
encrusted.
It looked like the unexpected materials challenge on Project Runway in which she had to dumpster dive for some shit. Like it looked
That is
so
a great.
terrible.
I was like, what is this? What weird grandmother thing is this? Like, well, all we had was this, and this back in 1933. So, my grandmother put this together to get married, and we've been doing that ever since. So, yeah,
But
what you said,
Jeff, they spent. Hold on. didn't these people spend $10,000 on flowers? So none of that went to her bouquet?
This has to be a family item, right? I mean, this is a hand-me-down heirloom
Jeff,
type thing.
I heard Kristen say in the background, we still have to put your bouquet together from the dumpster.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't, whatever. Katie has her own kind of aesthetic. It's fine. Then we kind of are like flashing to the groomsmen. It's so cute. That suit is so fucking fly that Ariana is wearing, like, so hot. But she's just so stoked to be wearing pants and not being like trussed up with the boning and having all of like the shapewear. She's like, hell yeah. Is this what I could have been doing all along with being a groomsman? Like, she is just like so comfy about it. And I love it so much. And, Jax is getting excited. Did we see where he tried to talk him out of it? Because remember in the scenes like last week and then the scenes from next, we saw Jax talking about, hey, it's not too late. There's a train coming. You can jump on the train. Did we see that?
No, there's not really a talking out of. I mean, he tells we're lucky enough to hear things like, I would play Russian roulette. Let me remind you one more time. It's one vagina for your life. We get to hear that. I don't think he was sharing that around that day.
But do you not remember, though, in the scenes from next time on last episode, there was a scene?
No, I do know what you're talking about. Yeah, we didn't see that. Yeah.
So it didn't make it to the final episode. Got it. So it's so cute.
It could be in the next one.
The bridesmaids, I hope not, after they're already married. Jesus.
Shoot,
the bridesmaids are all sitting around and they're, matching, robes and stuff. So I guess Pandora is a bridesmaid too.
No, because she's sitting in the audience. She ends up sitting in the audience.
Well, there is a woman then that kind of looks like Pandora. Maybe she was just getting ready with them. Maybe.
Yeah, I think she was. I think all the ladies were kind of hanging out, but she ended up sitting because she's holding Jiggy during the ceremony.
And so Katie comes out in her dress and they all have a very appropriate reaction. Oh my God, you look great. Oh my God, you look so good. I had a different reaction. I was like, okay, did you buy a dress for a woman of a darker skin tone? Like, is this a dress for a woman of color? Because the nude for her is a completely different color. Also, I would also like to just draw our attention to Katie's podcast in which she was talking about Taylor Swift's wedding dress and about how she was like, oh, I bet Taylor Swift's wedding dress is going to be so mid. It's going to be like, just like so mediocre. You're standing on that business when this is what we see when you're wearing freaking Iman's wedding dress? Ma'am, I don't think so. Like, I'm just saying, how dare you? Shut up, Katie, in the future.
Well, I'm glad that's not my department to comment on then.
You're just
but people, I mean, the friends at least love it. They go bananas for it. She gets the reaction.
It's the appropriate reaction, you want to get. For sure.
Yeah.
And so it's time. And this is what I'm saying. People have to walk to the destination of the wedding. This is why we could never in the South. We could never. There'd be no way you could expect people to walk however many yards to it, sweating their nuts off in the heat. But also, Schwartz calls his dad, and I know it's supposed to be like a really sweet moment, but this was really upsetting to me. This upset me and made me feel really sad.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, at least he, that's as close as he could get, I guess.
That's the sad part. That
I know.
Yeah, it's just pitiful. And then again, I wrote, Ariana looks so fucking smoking hot in this suit. Slid off my chair. Yeah. And
were you? Sorry to interrupt, but were you aware Sheena's been married?
No, she hasn't mentioned it. Sheena's married.
Okay.
She had a wedding?
She mentioned it here at the tail end of the episode. She finally let us know.
Oh, finally. She's let us in on it. Yeah. And I want to say, too, everybody looks so happy and like Kristen is like grinning in the audience. And this is why I love weddings. I know that I seem like a very cynical sort, but this is why I love a wedding. Because in a wedding, you're in the moment. Nobody hates each other yet. Nobody has had to like fight through the worst fight they've ever had. Nobody is like calling their friend saying, I'm going to put a pillow over this motherfucker's face and murder him. Like, it's just so full of promise. Well, maybe with these two, but it's so full of promise. And the day is just packed with so much hope and joy. I love a wedding. Yeah. Because it's like a snapshot of the best you're ever going to feel about a relationship or a situation. And I just find it to be so charming. And this was charming. As much as we have hated these two and told them, don't do it, don't do it, in these last little minutes of the episode, I'm like, oh, so cute and sweet.
Yeah, I
Of
mean,
course.
we do. We wonder for weeks and weeks. We don't see them have like even a moment. Like, we were at the photo shoot the other day and we were like, they look so unnatural, even on camera together. Like, so it is good to see hopefully some coming together.
Yeah.
And, as soon as she like starts up, I'm like, I thought, there, it was, I don't know why this one, especially, I was thinking back on our own wedding and it was like very like, man, it goes by so
It
fast.
does.
And
I wrote the
yeah,
same thing too. Yes, because like the day there's so much business to be done and like you're just like having to like do one thing after the other. And everybody's advice was like, please, please, please just enjoy it. Now, I was coming down with the flu
yeah,
on our wedding day. If I could go back and redo it again, like I wish that I was so sick. Like from the time that we left the wedding venue for like 4 days, I was dead ass sick. But I just wish, I mean, like I remember thinking like, oh, it is going so fast. I really want to be in the moment of it. And watching them, it also makes me think about our wedding. It made you think about yours. And it's just sweet. And it's like a snapshot of the best you'll ever feel. Everybody you love is there. Everybody there is rooting for you and waiting for it. Like we know what happens. And so that's going to be,
yeah,
especially next episode when we see what's happening with the other folks in this crowd, our, hopes and dreams for love will be completely dashed against the rocks. But in this moment, like Kristen smiling with tears in her eyes is the sweetest and the best thing about this episode, I think. So I really liked it a lot.
Did you have any because the past?
Well, hold on though. So I want to just tell us next
Oh,
time we got a lot of next times, right? So on the next, obviously they're married. I wrote baby question mark. I don't know what that means.
Sheena is doing some
Oh,
baby talk.
oh yeah. So Lisa proposes ... a new bar in which she chooses this night to, reach out. Sandoval kind of proposes and Ariana's like, absolutely not. Shut it down. Shut it down. Sheena has found some things out about Shay, and Lisa's advice is, hey man, you're never too young to start again. Exactly what you want to hear when you're trying to get your marriage back on track. Shay confronts Sheena, and then she returns with, so you're not on drugs? Oof. So much for me riding the high of the wedding. It's over.
Yeah,
That's it. And that's the season finale, right?
that's our finale. Yeah.
Yeah. To answer your question, I do not have any because the past. Did you have some?
Just the bouquet that was apparently from the Dust Bowl, hopefully. And that was my only, and that one I'm not sure of, but that's one I had.
So who is your LVP?
Ken and Lisa. I'll just go Ken if I can include Lisa this time, but the solo time of them and even the traveling last week and in the limo, like I love these two in an episode where it is about a wedding and somebody's sealed love. Watching these two, I think they're married 34 years or something. At this point, she says they seem so in love and ready to adventure together and have fun together. And I mean, what fucking more do you want? Like, way to go. Way to go, you two.
In that same vein, my LVP was drunk LVP.
Oh, of course. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. The way, I mean, just, I keep coming back to it though, but just like the way that her posture was even just more relaxed. Like she's got her arms slung back on the chair and she's just, wobbling on the grass. It makes a comment about, oh, I might fall down after another bus. Like it's just a relaxed Lisa that we don't usually see. She's she's usually very, very like groomed and aware of her general countenance. And I really liked it. And which goes to show the mark of a very fun wedding, a mark of a very fun party generally when people are like at their best selves and having the best time.
Yes. She's an off-screen smoker. And I kind of thought, I was like, in this one, I was like, do we get a glimpse of her smoking a cigarette? But
how do you know that? How do you know that?
That's something I learned when we first started doing this show, actually.
I love it so much. I love a smoker that's so retro. It's so retro.
Yeah. I know. I love it.
I did not have a chump except for Fireball. I feel like everybody is trying to push the Fireball on everybody. Like, you know, Schwartz wants his mom to do a Fireball and they're doing Fireball shots in champagne flutes. Like, just calm down with the Fireball. It's just indigestion and bad decisions waiting to happen. But I didn't really have anybody. Everybody just was acting so on their best behavior. I didn't have them. Did you have a chump?
I had the power of momentum. It was something I looked into. We've been talking about these two hurtling towards this goal, and I looked it up. The momentum as a social concept, as a physics concept, a few other things. So, like, usually it's for a person, but I think it can be applied as the couple. Like, when the cameras got focused on them early on in the show, it's like these two are together. You know, they live with other people. Then they moved in together, and then they got engaged, and then they had to eventually go to this wedding, and nobody's saying boo about it. I have some other people joining me right now. Please say hello to Emily and Brooke.
And dogs.
That they should
and
join.
Pups. We have a couple dogs here also.
Sorry,
Banjo's here.
Hi. Hi. Wait, what are you talking about? What are you guys doing? What are you talking about?
Talking about Vanderpump Rules, dog.
Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump Rules.
They're making my job a lot harder right now. But speaking of the power of momentum, I think that could be applied to a very topical situation in which we are going through right now in our friend group. Very timely entrance by these two, in which the power of momentum has a lot to do with decision making and staying in and just like knuckling down. That was a little bit of fortuitous timing from our two erstwhile sometimes co-hosts.
Yeah, it was pretty funny looking into this momentum concept. It applied itself very easily in a couple of different ways. And often people use momentum and excuses like that to explain their infidelity. You know, like, oh, we were working together. We were in close quarters. Eventually this happened. Or, you know, like I said, a couple just keeps accelerating to the next level and no one's there to call it out. And
interesting.
It grows and grows. And now we're seeing the, you know, big final character, so to speak.
Yeah, a very timely
in the form of wedding
that you've had. So this is the penultimate episode. I don't know if I probably should have said this at the beginning, but I think we've decided that we are going to cover double wives of suburban lives, secret wives of double lives, whatever. We're going to cover it because the
double wives.
In. Thank you.
Of suburban wives.
Double wives of suburban lives.
Yep.
That's what I said.
A person gets ordained and they officiate a wedding.
It's just so similar to so many things that we cover that it's like it's messing up my brain.
Oh, it's a nightmare. They're all going to have to just be.
Yeah.
There's just going to have to be plainer. It's going to be like moms who do OnlyFans. Like they can't really.
Well, that's what Nola keeps calling it. We decided it was going to be like secret fans or like only moms. Like that was
only moms is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
They say MILF House in the show. Just call it MILF House. You'll have way more viewers. I guarantee you.
Well, MILF Manor is one of my favorites. But thank you for all the folks that voted and like that weighed in. I was really hoping that y'all would choose this one. If you have something to say, you can always email Jeff at PinoPod. He loves your complaints, hot takes, etc.
Anything. And I'm thirsty for it. I'll admit it.
That voice is tough. Find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Take a PinoPod. I've been trying to do better about putting our videos, especially Vanderpump Rules, on there. So if you want to watch, instead we saw a little cameo of Brooke and Emily, which good luck to you today with that sort in the orbit. And
I'll be over at your house in 6 minutes.
Exactly. 3, 2, 1. McBee is winding down, so that's what suburban wives are going to take the place of. And Emily and I are going so full ham on Ultimate Girls Trip. It is giving me joy in a way that there's so much nostalgia. Like they're flashing back to things, and I am finishing the quote in real time as we're watching it. Like it's like, oh, close your legs to married men, or like, oh, white refrigerator. Oh, let's get you a home. That's what I'm thinking.
The whole time I was watching, I was just picturing, I was like, I bet she is just eating this shit up. I mean, I'd already heard you talk about it before I watched it, but the whole time I was watching it, because I don't know anything. I'm just sitting there watching it like, I don't know what this is. I bet Sunday loves it.
Oh my God. It's like going through your high school reunion. It is so fun. And it's short, and it's a really quick watch. So if y'all aren't watching it, like, do it. It's like super easy. You don't really need to know. A lot of the tropes that we talked about are kind of like recurring. And so it's very, very familiar, but they are also kind of moving around the country. So if you like this franchise or you don't like that one, it's something for everybody. So like, definitely go watch. And yeah, so like, that's all we have right now, right? House of Saucy's over. So it's Girls Trip, Suburban Wives, Vanderpump Rules. Is that all we got right now? Am I leaving something out?
That's it for right now. Yeah.
Yeah. McBee is over tomorrow.
And we'll be crossing over and telling you all the stuff we're into. Check out the new Phoebe Bridgers album. All right.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.